Cal, you mentioned that the lack of thought, as if you're going to win anyone over by these antics. How does stopping a man getting to his daughter make a difference to anything other than to alienate people you're trying to win to your argument?
It's the problem of the professional protester. It's like Extinction Rebellion. You know, they can shut down roads and they can hold up traffic and they can stop people getting to work. And these people were stopping this man getting to his daughter. They can do that kind of thing. What are they thinking? From this action, how do I get to this conclusion? They are not winning anyone. Did they win him to their side?
Certainly
is he
not.
now a supporter of their position? Is he going to say, this is really great, can I donate to the Palestinian cause? Of course he's not. So how can people engage in actions so stupid that won't produce the consequences they want? I actually worry about seemingly adult people who can't reason from actions to consequences.
I think their game is basically to make ourselves such a menace. We see this with the climate protesters. We saw this with BLM and similar movements here in Australia and across the West. It's always the West. And do they ever get their comeuppance? No. But their game seems to be, if we just make ourselves enough of a menace, you will have to give us what we want because we'll just make your lives unlivable.
Yeah.
We'll block your roads. We'll make business just a nightmare to try and conduct. The ports that they have protested at, they've shut down legitimate businesses. They've stopped people from going about their lawful business, whatever that may be. But we've got to take you back to this church that Biden was talking about again, trying to drum up support in the black community. So what does he go after? Take a look.
The word of God was pierced by bullets of hate, of rage, propelled by not just gunpowder, but by a poison. Poison that has for too long haunted this nation. And what is that poison? White supremacy. Oh, it is. It's a poison. Throughout our history, it's ripped this nation apart.
He says, as a white man, we are the poison. I mean, seriously, this is the president of the United States of America, the leader of the free world, the commander-in-chief. And here he is trying to drum up support for his upcoming election this November, which he has no hope in hell of winning. I certainly hope so. And yet that is what he's choosing to go after. Talk about know your crowd, know your audience. Yeah. This is what they want to hear. This is what I'm going to give them.
There's a really good article in the current issue of the Spectator, Australia, in which it says this expression, white supremacist, used to apply to people like the Ku Klux Klan, who really are white supremacists. What's happened now is that expression is now applied to all white people. If you're white, you're a white supremacist. Now, there is a little fringe of nutters who are white supremacists, and they live in the hills of Tennessee, and they're stockpiling baked beans in case there's a nuclear war. That's who they are. They're nutters, right? The majority of the white population are not white supremacists.
It's interesting
but that's what that's being applied to.
Biden is demonising white Americans while importing millions of people across the Mexican border. It's a very dangerous game that they're playing. And to go into a black church and say white people are the enemy, and the lack of self-awareness, himself being a white man. I mean...
We're terrible. I hate us.
Well,
it's like, well, why should I vote for you then, pal? You're the wrong colour.